Welcome back, folks, to Honda Snowblower Enthusiast on YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about tracks versus wheels on a Honda Snowblower, which one you should get, the pros and cons on each one. I've had these over for 10 years, each tracks and the wheel blowers. So I have a lot of experience with both of them, and I'm just going to tell you what my experience is and what I've read over the years on different forums. I'm Anthony with Honda Snowblower Enthusiasts, and I want to thank you first for subscribing to the channel, liking these videos, and checking them out. My goal is to save you money. So let's get to this. All right, my very first Honda snowblower was this HS624 wheeled version, the very first one that I owned. And I live up in near the Lake Tahoe, California, Nevada area. We get a lot of snow up here, heavy snow, 2 or 3 feet in a snowstorm's not uncommon. And it's really wet sometimes, and you need a good blower. If you look around the neighborhoods in the Lake Tahoe area, 9 out of 10 snowblowers are Hondas, and there's a reason for that because they're pretty good. So I have a flat driveway. Let me see if I can show you. It's not totally flat. It's got a slope to it. But this wheeled Honda works pretty well. If you look, these three machines are all 24 inches, so you can compare. You see the tracked machine compared to the wheeled. It's got a lower bucket, and it's got smaller augers. It has a smaller impeller. Let me look at what I wrote down here. It's got a 10-inch impeller, 17-inch high bucket, and the chute is 39 inches. This one is a 20.5-inch high bucket. It's got a 12-inch impeller and has a 42-inch bucket. So if you're comparing the machines, I'm not sure if this is true across the Honda product line, but look at the difference. My 624 actually blows snow like it's a 928. It can process a lot of snow quickly. It has the larger augers, the bigger bucket, the taller chute, and it works great. I mean, I absolutely love my wheeled Honda. But let me tell you what the cons are. Those are the pros that I just mentioned. The cons is the tires, the wheels. They're going to slip a little bit when you hit a berm, like the end of driveway where the plow leaves the snow. This slips a lot. It can't dig into the berms very well. So unless I can attack the snow when it's fresh, it doesn't have a height adjustment pedal either. So it rides up. The machine rides up on heavy snow, packed down snow, which I don't like one bit. So unless I can get the snow when it's fresh, then I bring out my old 80. I've got an 80 just like this. This is the one we're going to be giving away. I'm still working on it. It's running and driving fine. I just got to finish service it. But I have an old 80 like this. It has the bucket is the same, almost the same size as the 624 bucket. It's a 24-inch bucket. It's got a 20-inch high bucket, 12-inch impeller. I don't know why Honda went down in size from the 80 to the 624 and 724. They went down on the size. You got a 7 horsepower. This is a 724, which I'm rebuilding the engine on right now. This is a 724. This is 624. One less horsepower, but that acts so much stronger, the 624. But another advantage, uh, I just told you a couple cons. One of the nice things about the tires is that you got less surface on the ground, so it's easier to turn. It's easier to maneuver, easier to turn. It's great for flat driveways or slightly sloped driveways. A lot of people get these for large decks, walkways, flat driveways. If you don't get a lot of snow and it's dry and fluffy, this machine's great. I'd highly recommend a wheeled machine for those applications. However, I use this machine about half the time, but the one I prefer is the tracked Honda, and I'll tell you why. It's got the height adjustment pedal down here, which you can adjust. You can adjust your bucket down to the ground so it will really scrape. It will get into the ice and the heavy stuff and scrape down to the almost to the surface of your driveway. It has tracks, which makes it like a tank. You got a lot more traction. You got a lot more surface uh, uh, connection there, contact. So you have a lot better traction. So you can climb stairs with this. You can climb snowbanks. You can dig into the berms. You can climb up hills without worry. Climb up stairs, like if you had decks to climb upstairs on, and it's just so much better. The wheeled machine is actually a little bit safety wise. I wouldn't say dangerous, but it's a little bit more sketchy if you're going to have to climb stairs or climb a snowbank or whatever. It's more likely to slip and slide. Some people put chains on them, on the tires, but I'm not sure about that. I've never tried that. Once my machine starts slipping in the heavy berms at the end of the driveway, I'll just bring out the 80 to do that. But the overall, it really depends on the surface. If you have a sloped driveway that's kind of steep, you really don't want the wheels. You want the tracked machine, and the only disadvantage to the older track machines is that people complain about turning them, and maneuvering them. It doesn't have the steering controls like the new HSS models, which kind of negates that disadvantage. I know that question is going to come up. What about the HSS machines, Anthony? Yeah, you got plenty of good power steering with your bicycle type handles here, which locks the track and helps turn the machines. So it's the HSS machines are user friendly. I don't have one of those to show here, but I had my neighbor's 1332, and it was just a joy to use. It was so much easier on the turning. On the older track machines, you really don't have to manhandle it that much if you plan your work area, like going ovals, long ovals instead of trying to turn the machine on a dime. That's what makes it hard. However, with the tire machines, wheeled machines, that's where you got to have a nice advantage on turning and maneuvering, especially on a flat surface. If you're doing a large deck, they're very easy to turn on a dime. So overall, it just depends on what your needs are, your surface area, the type of driveway you have, how much snow you get, if it's really wet and heavy or fluffy and dry and not so much snow. I noticed on the East Coast and the dry areas, most people will have wheeled machines. Out here in the West, and I'm not sure about Canada or Europe, but most people out here have the tracked machines. The tracked machines cost a little bit more, but I would spend the extra money to have the correct machine. You want the right tool for the job. So I would spend a little bit extra money for the tracked machine. And if you're getting a brand new machine, let the dealer set it up for you and spend the extra money on the track machine and get a 3-year warranty. Excuse me, and have years of a reliable service. I hope this helps you. Please like and subscribe. Make comments on what you like. I know most of the members of the Honda Snowblower Enthusiast group on Facebook, they already have Hondas, but there's a lot of people that are still looking, and they'd like to know what you all think. You like tracked machines? Tell us why. You like wheeled machines? Tell us why. So let's help everybody out here and help everybody out in the Honda world to decide on which machine to get. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.